Okay, so welcome to the Node.js Technical Steering Committee for September 26, 2018. We have fairly light attendance today, so it's probably going to be a quick meeting, but we'll launch into it. So first off, to start out with, do we have any announcements that people would like to share?
Nope.
Okay, then I'm going to suggest we go directly to the Node.js admin, where we have an update on Nodejs Interactive, so that Tracy and Medina can do that and then head off.
Sure, thanks so much. So again, Medina will be your on the ground point of contact for the conference. So if you need her, she will be at the booth at the community corner, helping out and making sure everything goes well. We have some really cool things and swag set up for the Collaborator Summit, so we're really, really excited about that. We are on target right now to hit about 1,000 attendees for the actual conference itself, which is super awesome. So it's very exciting to see. In terms of the community corner, which is going to be a booth basically that's happening during the event. For those of you who don't know, there's just going to be a ton of awesome, really cool Node programming, including a Node.js panel that is going to be happening during that time. And again, if you haven't made plans yet, on Friday there is the Code and Learn, and it's one of our largest Code and Learns to date with, like, I don't know, I think about 300 or so people are currently RSVP'd. So we would love all hands on deck to please come. And Rich, I believe, is coordinating that. So I think Rich will echo, please, please, please come help get these PRs merged. Or
please, no show if you're an attendee. No, I'm just kidding, but only a little bit.
Yeah. So, all that stuff is really exciting. And another thing is special thanks to TELUS and Netflix, who are basically sponsoring the Node Collaborators Summit. So they've both contributed some funds to be able to provide lunch on both days and cover a few of our other expenses, which is really awesome. Say thank you to them when you see them and everything like that. Yes, Rich.
This is for Michael. Can you promote Rod, please?
Oh, yes, thank you. I was taking notes. There. Done.
I think that is really it, but the agendas are posted for Collaborator Summit and the Community Corner. If you have questions, you can always email ladyelite@nodejs.org. Another thing is that since we are so maxed out on Code and Learn and Collaborator Summit, for collaborators specifically, if for some reason they put you on the wait list, feel free to, again, just email me and we'll get that taken care of. But we have to limit that, we had to put out the max. We didn't want, 600 people showing up to something. So, and then I'm just here for any additional questions, right? And just letting you all know that, hey, feel free to let us know if you see any issues or need anything or want anything improved during the event. Are there any questions at all about the event or any of the activities surrounding it? Awesome. TSC should also have gotten an email. I emailed the TSC mailing list, and please sign up for the TELUS happy hour that's happening Thursday night. This was, really done to sort of as a thank you to the collaborators for all the hard, amazing work you guys do. So make sure to take advantage of that.
Can I throw something in real quick?
Mm-hmm.
If you are a collaborator and you're listening to this stream and you will be there and you have not signed up to be a mentor at Code and Learn, please get in touch. Please sign up because we're short right now and I would like to not be short on mentors. If you're a collaborator and you're not going to be there, but you want to help, we do need people remotely, who aren't in the room to do things like tag pull requests as they're opened with the right labels, run CI jobs, babysit CI jobs, all that sort of non-glamorous stuff that keeps the Code and Learn from falling over. So even if you're not going to be there, please get in touch because we all still need your help. That's all. Thanks.
Okay, sounds good. So I guess moving on to the next issue, The first one under Node.js Node is buffer runtime deprecate buffer constructor in sync mode. And I know Rich has been rallying around that one. So if you can just give us a quick update.
Sure. So Nikita had an idea about a particular way that we could do runtime deprecation warnings for buffer constructor in more expansively than we. So right now it only happens for buffer constructor usage outside of Node modules. Nikita had an idea for doing it in a way that would only warn for, I think it's timing based or something. Check out the issue. I honestly have not been following it closely enough to have a strong opinion, but I do know that it was put on the agenda almost 3 weeks ago. And the purpose of putting on the agenda was to get a decision from the TSC as to whether this is something that could, not necessarily will, not guaranteeing that it will, but could go in 11.0, or if there's just blanket opposition to that, to putting it in the next release. And if we have to talk about it some other time, 6 months from now when 12.0 is being prepared. And I think that we owe it to the collaborator who put it on the agenda to answer that question. And we have a tendency with the buffer constructor to just kind of no, let's kick it back to GitHub. No, we don't have the right people in this meeting today. No, blah, blah, blah. And I really think that people should either abstain if they're not going to get informed in the next 24, 48 hours, or else express their opinion, because releasing in 11.0, if it's going to happen, a lot of work has to happen in the next couple weeks to get it into shape so it can then go into the release. So please register your vote in the comments that I put in the issue for this TSC meeting, which I'm now pasting into the chat. Other than that, looks like there's somebody waiting to be promoted. No, maybe not. Anyway.
I just got them.
Jeremiah. Hi, Jeremiah. That's all there is to that. I don't think there's really anything to discuss. I think it's just we need to make a decision, and the decision needs to be, yeah, if it gets into shape, maybe it can go in, or it needs to be, no, it's not going in 11, try again at 12, thank you. And either one's fine by me. I just think that we just shouldn't, we need to show that we can actually be effective and make a decision. So let's do that, please. That's all.
Okay. So I guess that's it for that issue. We don't have Miles, so I don't think we have an update on the board meetings. And in terms of strategic initiatives, I guess I'll take a poll. There's not a huge number of us here, so I'm wondering if we should go through that or just skip that section. What do people think?
I vote for skip. I mean, yeah. I think that in general that should be handled by people filling in the minutes before the meeting, and then we just read through the minutes at the meeting. I mean,
yeah, I think for this week I just say skip because we don't have enough people with updates or enough people listening to the updates. So,
and if anybody has an update, please put it in the issue tracker. Yeah.
Yep.
I will say just really quickly on OpenSSL.
Yep. Okay. Sure.
The team announced that they've got sponsorship for a new FIPS module. So that's expected to probably start rolling out sometime next year. So FIPS isn't dead for OpenSSL.
Okay.
IBM will be happy.
Announced they have support. And you said, well, so it's going to start rolling out next year?
No. Yeah. So all they've committed to with regard to time is that it'll happen before December 2019, which is when OpenSSL 1.0.2 expires. So
okay,
I would say just sometime next year.
Okay, well that's good. So that's good news. So
yeah.
Okay. Anything else that people want to update?
I guess I'll just say that I try to put the moderation team report in the TSC issue every week, and I haven't done it yet, but I'll do it right after this meeting.
Okay.
Or soon after this meeting.
Okay. Well, we had a pretty light agenda. Is there anything people want to add to the agenda or discuss before we move on to Q&A?
Nope.
No. Okay. So let's take a quick look if anybody's watching on YouTube and has any questions. I don't see any comments yet, but maybe I'll wait another 30 seconds while I type that there's no comments.
I'll actually throw in a question on someone's behalf. Christian Hillier at Jonesville needs help with how we set up our meetings and stream and all that sort of stuff, and use the calendar and stuff like that. And I don't know who to refer him to, but if you or someone listening can reach out and help him, he'd appreciate it, I'm sure.
Okay. Yeah, I can talk to him. I have another action to talk to him on something else anyway. So
you work at the same company, right? So yeah.
And we both do work for IBM. So yep. Okay. No questions on the chat itself.
Did you? Oh, sorry. I think my mic's working now. Is it?
Yep.
Okay. In the chat.
I guess I don't see it the way. Maybe I'm not looking the right place. What's this question?
So I guess before I hopped on, you were talking about the code and learn, maybe a little bit at JS Interactive. So he asked if non-collaborators can mentor at the code and learn.
So that's a really good question. I would say that people who have contributed a reasonable number of commits to core are probably okay to mentor. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it depends who they are. If you have the right amount of experience, just knowing about our commit message requirements and how CI works and doesn't work, and all those sorts of things. Just because the main thing about the code and learn is not really learning so much about the internals of Node, although there's a little of that, but really it's about learning the whole process of getting something into Node, and then you go off and do the hard stuff on your own. And so it's important that people have that experience. So I don't know, Brian, who you have in mind, but why don't you just shoot me an email or a Twitter message or whatever, hit me up in IRC or something. And because we certainly need the help. So I'm open to it. And whoever they are, if they're volunteering for Code and Learn, they might be good to be nominated to be a collaborator. So there you go.
Okay. Jeremiah, are there any other questions which I missed?
I didn't see anything else.
Okay. Okay, so at that, I'm going to stop the stream, and thanks for everybody who's came and attended and watched for this week.